Assalamu alaikum everybody, and welcome back to Let's Level Every Class, the World of Warcraft War Within series, episode 13, bonus episode featuring Femme Fatale, second daughter of the Sin'dorei, pride of the Sin'dorei, Blood Elf Paladin Vlera. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Episode 13, bonus episode. We are back home in Silvermoon City to complete a very, very important quest, much like our Femme Fatale first daughter, Malachiel's journey wrap up. We're going to do the heritage quest for the Sin'dorei. This is a very important one. Very, very important one. But before I get into that, top right corner of the screen is going to be a playlist card that'll take you directly to this character-specific leveling playlist, just in case this is your first episode you're tuning in, you want to catch everything from the beginning. As well as throughout the video, there'll be playlist cards specific to other characters, Human Warrior, Human Fury Warrior Malachiel, Void Elf Monk Novizaru, and many other characters yet to come, as well as a playlist, a card directly to the channel, just in case of you wishing to support the channel and such. Oh, to be back in Murder Row. We know what this guy's doing. We know what that warlock is doing, dude. I won't judge. I won't judge. Oh my goodness. The bazaar. Oh my goodness. Dude, y'all. Silvermoon's absolutely an insane city. It actually is crazy to see it as deserted as it is. I think I've only seen maybe 5 or 6 players running around. This place used to be so packed, dude. So freaking packed. You know, just like Orgrimmar. Orgrimmar was always a hotspot. The Barrens was always a hotspot for the Horde players. But when the Blood Elves came and Silvermoon City was here, my goodness, this place was absolutely packed.
I proudly serve as Regent Lord.
Back at it in the Ghostlands, walk amongst ghosts, and the writing that was on the wall. Regent Lord, walk us through a very, very important past. What went down in the Ghostlands all those many, many moons ago? It almost seems like yesterday we were back here. It really does. It honestly, it seems like we were back here. Oh wow, he rides a Hawkstrider, Sunstrider, yeah, Hawkstrider. He's very proud. Very, very cool to see. It's a very Regent blue too. I like that. I think that's like one of those ceremonial Hawkstriders, which is pretty cool. Meanwhile, I'm over here riding the cat. I should go ahead and pull out my Sunstrider as well, but I guess for the sake of brevity, because the cat's been the main mount for Vlera all this time, we're just going to go ahead and keep her. Where all of Azeroth was betrayed, and while the Sin'dorei were not the first ones initially affected by Arthas Menethil, the Lich King, at the time going on his crusade, Lordaeron was the first that was really, well, Stratholme really was the first. Lordaeron was the main initial point of what was to come, or at least the second major point. And right after that, the tyrant took his scourge, disgusting filth, and brought it all the way to the land of the blood, well, the High Elves at the time, and completely desolated the place. We still see the scourge, signs of the scourge today. Oops, my apologies, y'all. I actually ran past the lamp. So this is cool. This is a very nice tradition, ceremony. A walk of...
This is where the end began. My company was patrolling the forests near Zulaman when we received word of the Scourge invasion. We were wholly unprepared for what we encountered. Qual'Danas had enjoyed years of idyllic peace, and suddenly, we were facing death itself.
And as the Regent Lord just said himself,
I would have lost my life were it not for Haldoran.
life changed, and it changed very quick.
That any of us survived to tell the tale is a miracle. One that we cannot afford to waste.
This is not just a walk of a very, very sickening memory, one that lasts for every child of the Sin'dorei. This is a walk to honor all of those that have fallen. All of those that came before us, and to all of those that come after us. We were selected to be a part of this wonderful ceremony. And this is honestly the first time I have ever done this. So I have a little bit of an idea of what to expect, but not to the full extent. I just know we're going to be reliving a very harsh moment. And it hurts. As a Horde player and as a Blood Elf primary main for a long, long, long time, it's going to kind of hurt. I don't know. I take some of this stuff seriously, you know? Just as a Horde player, because really... I mean, on one hand, had this not happened, I don't think we would have the Blood Elves. But here we are. Oh, it's so cool. They gave us the traditional Blood Elf armor. The Battle of the Dead Scar. Arthas right there on his prized steed. Invincible. And here we are doing our best, but our best, simply put, no matter how, even as a level 80 and everything else, it's just not going to be enough. And with one swing of the blade, the Frostmourne, just like that.
Greet you on behalf of Silvermoon.
Elor Bindele Felalan Morin Amor. Laments of the Highborn. Ooh. Chills. I'm already getting chills, y'all. Look at this. Imagine that is, like, those are your brothers and sisters in arms, and just like that, they're rendered completely flatlined. As Arthas continued his horrific crusade all the way down the Dead Scar. And there were forces within the Blood Elf hierarchy that helped him get that far. Darkhan specifically. Darkhan under a little bit of influence and a whole lot of false promises in his conquest to completely betray the heritage of what we are. Y'all remember this tower? The Windrunner Spire. We have an important task to do here, y'all. Remember these tablets? Or these, these plaques. So back at the, I want to say it was like episode 3 or 4 when we finally got to the Ghostlands, I did mention that these were going to be very important, and now we finally get to see why.
Have a target.
Sylvanas Windrunner was our kingdom's protector. Had she and her rangers not met Arthas with such fierce resistance, our people might no longer exist. She paid the ultimate price, so that enough of us might escape to rebuild our fallen kingdom. When Arthas raised her as a banshee and turned her against Qual'Danas, it broke all our hearts. I've had my share of disagreements with Sylvanas, but I will never forget her sacrifice. She was the Ranger General of Silvermoon. Nothing will ever change that. The rebuilding continues. We find strength in the Horde.
It's incredible to see just how much the Regent Lord did respect her. For as brash as Sylvanas was, she really cared of her own. She cared about everything that was going on, and while, again, brash and a little bit of hard-headed at times, she was a leader. She was a leader. A renowned leader at that, especially with her skill set. And it's gonna pain me to see this, because I know I'm gonna have to see something that I kind of don't want to see, and this will be my first time seeing it, but it's just harsh. I don't know. It's just harsh. Because if you think about a lot of the races that came in WoW and suffered, Blood Elf suffered one of the most. But if y'all are enjoying the content, maybe consider tossing it a like. Give it us a comment. Constructive criticism is always important to me. I take it very seriously. Maybe even consider subscribing to the channel. Join the journey on the Let's Level series. And y'all's support has been amazing. Currently on a quest to earn every single subscription possible, so please only subscribe if I've earned it, y'all. Only if I've earned it. And if I haven't earned it yet, but you're still continuing to watch the channel, I guess lurk would be the term. I do sincerely appreciate that too. I hope to earn your trust and a lot of the community's trust with time. It's the only way to do it, in my opinion. Oh, it hurts to see these ghosts, man. It hurts to see this. The Ghostlands, y'all, it's... I joke from time to time because it is a pretty long zone, especially like if you go into like, we're talking like classic Burning Crusade. This is a long leveling stretch, because you go quite literally from like what, 12, 13, maybe even 15. You go from 15 all the, you can go from 15 all the way from to 30, and we did that in this let's level series. We did that with Vlera. And at one point you do kind of get a little like, oh, this drags and it's taking a little longer than I remember it being. But it's important. This is honestly one of the most important zones, in my opinion, in Azeroth. It really is. So much history, and we honestly get to see just like how the Forsaken and the Blood Elves, or the Sin'dorei, are basically brothers and sisters. Because of everything that just happened, they're connected through tragedy. So it's a very important zone. And some of y'all commented on the series as well, back in like episode 1 and 2. Y'all have some phenomenal, very fond memories of leveling a Blood Elf, and so do I. And so y'all's comments were like, not what I want to say, bringing a tear to my eye, but it was just like, you remember it. You remember the little nostalgia moments of like why the vibe was so good. It's all those memories. This is one of the best, most a masterclass of how to craft an area. Oh goodness. The lantern again. We're on the middle to southern point of the Dead Scar. Looks like we're gonna grab one of these ballistas. A little bit of jank. Hopefully my aim is good. Oh, we only have to do 50. That's not too bad. If I can hit something, that'd be nice. You could just see how the Scourge just kept coming. Like, think Resident Evil on a much grander scale. I mean, these are abominations. We've got a odd-looking abomination in the far back. I'm not familiar with that one. And just a constant flow of zombies. Constant. Silvermoon was not prepared.
Baladash, Malanore.
Did I mention this like was depressing? Dude, this is really depressing, man.
I do for Qual'Danas.
The day Hope died, Lady Sylvanas was torn, her spirit torn from her body, becoming the Banshee Queen, completely controlled by Arthas Menethil, the Lich King, to then eventually fight for her freedom, realizing that she can never go back to what she was prior, to growing in a new world that was forever shaped by a lot of events, and then to eventually become the undisputed leader of the Forsaken. Blood for the Blood God, or for, you know, Dark Lady watch over us. In my opinion,
we will persevere.
Sylvanas did nothing wrong in future expansions. Oh, whoa, this is a little bit of a different... Oh, we're riding the ceremonial one. Nice. I love that little touch. We're riding a ceremonial Hawkstrider. Are these the dudes that are called the Hawkstriders? Or am I getting the... I might be getting the names mixed up. My apologies, y'all. We're riding the ceremonial one. This is super cool. I don't think I've ever seen this color variant before, so nice to see. I'm happy to see, to ultimately know what like jumping a little bit, spoiling myself a little bit, but jumping ahead to what the new leaders of the Forsaken. I'm super happy. I actually do like the council. But you can't take away Sylvanas. Ugh. The final barrier. Arthas took that whole thing down. As he continued to pillage our city with his filthy, disgusting army. Nasty. And it looks like we're going to the island where his main crusade, the Isle of Qual'Danas, island forever destroyed. I believe in the Burning Crusade, if memory serves me correct, we do come here. I think this is one of the final areas in the Blood Elves paths that you do come to, or at least maybe in the expansion. I just can't remember when exactly you come here, but interestingly enough, and while I'm pretty much a dedicated Horde player, but it's cool to know that the Blood Elves did team up, I think with the Draenei, if I'm not mistaken, and the Draenei actually help us take this island back, or at least part of it. My memory is a little foggy on that. So if I see some Draenei NPC, yeah, okay, yep, I may not be wrong. My memory may actually be serving me correct. And the Draenei and the Blood Elves are mortal enemies too, like mortal rivals. Not to the extent that we are with the Scourge, but they were kind of just like, hey, we're with the Alliance, and we're like, hey, you're gonna die, or you're gonna surrender. It's your choice. And they chose not to surrender, and we said, okay. Lady Liadrin, Blood Knight Matriarch, the matriarch of Blood Elves. Well, in my opinion, the true matriarch of the Blood Elf dynasty, legacy, and all that. This woman is a badass, dudes. She's got some sick lore to herself. She is as battle hardened and tested as it comes. But it looks like we're gonna light or ignite the final lantern. And I wonder if we're gonna go into the instance.
For thousands of years, the Sunwell meant everything to our people. Arthas dealt us a grievous wound when he defiled it. My faith was shattered when Silvermoon fell. I lost sight of who I was, but by the grace of the light, I found redemption before it was too late. Let this monument serve as a reminder of what it means to be Sin'dorei, that our every deed may honor the sacrifices of those who came before us. No matter how much pain we endure, we will not lose hope. In the face of darkness, look always to the eternal sun.
Crazy to see what was going on. That poor prince at this time, or the king, he had...
Pleasantries can wait.
What could you do? What could you do? This was essentially the Blood Elf's Fall of Stalingrad. This is basically the equivalent.
Remain vigilant.
Gosh, it's been over a decade since I've been on this little island. Aliwidah Ilai Almanizir. Back home. I'm back home. My apologies if my translation is a little off. Still trying to practice getting better at Arabic. Hopefully y'all don't mind. I forgot we can't fly in this zone. It's actually kind of nice, but it is kind of cool to see us teaming up with the Janai, considering how much we really dislike each other. I guess now in future World of Warcraft it's not as bad, but at least during the time of the Burning Crusade, there was definitely a little bit different. And it seems like we gotta go all the way to the southernmost point next to the Forbidden Sea of this isle. Like, oh goodness, I'm kind of getting flashbacks here. Not flashbacks, but just memories. I think me and Perono came here over a decade ago because he just wanted to show me this place, if memory serves correct. And then after that, I just never went back there, or I never went back here until I had to. My memory is a little hazy, though. I could be thinking of a different locale. But if memory does serve me correct, I want to say it was this place. So we saw the beginning of Arthas's march down the Dead Scar, the building of Deathhome, eventually to be manned and stationed by Darkhan and a part of the Scourge's forces that he was essentially loaned. The fall of Sylvanas to transform into the Banshee Queen. That would leave us with the Prince of the Blood Elves at the time himself. Which means...
Far enough, Prince Arthas. Your march ends here. Anarala Belore! You will burn for your actions.
Gonna try to help out our king here as best as we can. Again, we're kind of reliving a horrific day for our Sindorai family. And that's sad because no matter what we do...
You may have been formidable.
Oh, he took out Invincible. You badass. You go, dude.
Your life force flickering weakly. A flame I will gladly extinguish.
At least I have a soul, you despicable monster.
Not for long.
Come on, Prince, you can do it. And just like that. And unfortunately, I was waiting to see if we were actually going to be able to attack Arthas. Because, like, I don't know, maybe he had backup. But knowing him, and I believe reading a little bit of the lore, he came here by himself to confront Arthas. Because he tried to say, get every civilian off this isle as possible. I'll buy them time. Knowing what would happen. And there's nothing we could do. We just have to stand by and watch. You can't change the past. We can only mold to the future. With that being said, Arthas took a huge chunk of the Scourge and immediately started destroying everything.
Anaria Shala. Aldiel Shala.
Our Blood Elf Matriarch wants us to partake in the memory of the fall of the Sunwell. This is really cool. I actually did not, I honestly, I thought the whole, you know, Arthas killing the king or prince would be the would pretty much be the finale and wrap things up here, but I'm really happy to see that that's not the case. We're actually going to go inside and see and relive the moments the Sunwell was completely changed and altered, which means we get to see Kale, if I'm not mistaken. I keep pronouncing his name Kyle. We're going to see his influence start to come in. Deemed the hero of the Blood Elves, eventually becoming the Lord for quite some time, to eventually fall to us, the adventurers, and a group of fellow champions. By blood remembered. Actually, how would I translate that? What would be the I don't want to try that one. That's a little bit out of my scope in terms of translating.
I need to get closer.
Citizens of Qual'Danas, I have given you ample opportunities to surrender, but you have stubbornly refused. Know that today, your entire race and your ancient heritage will end.
I need to get closer. I can't attack that.
Death itself has come to claim the high home of the elves.
Arthas slaughtered our remaining forces, and used the Sunwell to resurrect Kel'Thuzad as a powerful lich, corrupting its waters beyond salvation. Our people would have soon suffered the same fate had we remained linked to its magic. With a heavy heart, Prince Kael'thas decided to destroy the Sunwell.
The time has come. May the light of the sun guide us to the very end.
The sound of cannons. The Amani have landed on the shore. We must hurry.
Cut down enough undead for us to pass, and leave the rest for the trolls. That will buy us the time we need.
The Sunwell. What has he done?
The soul of our people. Now a desecrated font of decay. It worsens with each sunrise.
Well, it wouldn't be a proper tanking paladin episode, right? Even in the bonus episode, I still gotta die at least once, y'all. And sorry, I do apologize. I was concentrating just a little bit, but here we are. Journey to the depths to the Sunwell, which is right directly to our left. Kael, the Sunstrider, had a very significant plan here that would alter just how much would change for Sindarai and pretty much the bloodline going forward. One would argue, what was the other option at the time? And I'm not a lore expert by any means for World of Warcraft, but I would love to know if for y'all's thoughts and opinions, was Cal justified in what he battle planned, essentially? Was it justified at the time? Was there another option that just wasn't going to be explored? Did he really save the Blood Elves from pretty much eternal damnation, though we all know kind of what happens in the future? Look at that monstrosity. Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever seen that thing. First time for everything, y'all. First time for everything. It's really cool that we're actually we're fighting side by side with a younger version of a lot of the what would become the high-ranking Blood Elves. I forgot the dude with the shinobi neck piece. I forgot his name. But the eventual Regent Lord, Liadrin, I believe she's somewhere, maybe not in this specific group, I could be wrong. She might have been in a different battle. But it's just cool to see. It's a really cool experience.
The ritual appears to be working. Magisters, maintain your focus. Done! Roma, teleport us to safety!
And so ends the most tragic saga in our people's history. Follow me,
As
champion.
tragic
It is time
as
to return the
this
lantern
saga
to Sylvan.
has ended, I really enjoyed this tale, this retelling of what happened. Because for a player like me, and again, kind of like what I mentioned in Malachiel's bonus episode, how do you captivate a player? How do you, oh gosh, we're gonna get a ceremony just like in Stormwind. This one, however, I feel even more proud of. All of our trainers that obviously we don't do training anymore. I think training finally ceased in Miss. That's when we started to learn everything. All of our trainers from decades prior, walking up to the palace
Always
entrance.
remember that our people are not defined by tragedy, but by our ability to
Regent Lord saying it best. From the ashes of the past, we carry a flame of hope.
Flame of hope into the future. We have made many sacrifices.
And just like that, the heritage of the Sin'dorei and a proper kneel.
Of our greatest heroes. Belono Silaru, Belore Dorai.
Bellalore Delana.
Champion of the Sin'dorei.
Beautiful, amazing. What a way to wrap up Vlera's leveling journey. As a paladin, I couldn't, as a proud dad moment number 2, I guess. Gotta be proud of the second daughter. Her journey from level 80. Tanking has been a fun experience, and getting to really partake in a very important key storyline, and to be a paladin and do all of this at the same time, it all just culminates and fits. Definitely gonna rock the paladin the Sin'dorei heritage set very proudly. Definitely gonna combine it with paladin tier 2. I've got an idea for it. I just rock that. Atta girl, good job, Vlera. You've made us all proud. Pride of the Sin'dorei, girl. Pride of the Sin'dorei. But with that, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Let's Level series. Next character on their way very shortly. I hope to see you all there. Thank y'all so much for the support. Take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Take care, everyone.